of the Black Hebrew Israelites. You're gonna find that in caps in the article. You know,
this Edomite went out in New York and was asking random Jakes.
I saw that.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you think?
You could tell there was a bunch of addicts, man.
Yeah.
Or recovering addicts.
And and some of them were saying that exact same thing, that they taking everything, they gentrifying our area, and so but Esau is going to use that for their agenda when
And that reporter was a straight devil.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I saw that. I saw that.
I was gonna bring up when the black lady caught them out on the train.
Oh yeah, she went in.
She went in on them. She was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna touch you, but guess what? I'm gonna let you know all the shit that y'all doing.
Yep.
You coming into our neighborhoods, buying up all of our property where we live, then you raise the rent where we can't live there, and then you won't even hire us in your stores. When you coming into our neighborhoods and we ain't supposed to feel a certain way about that, you pushing us out of where we live. You messing with our livelihoods. You think we ain't gonna,
and
feel a certain way about that?
And they're even saying, and this is what the media is not gonna, they definitely not gonna disclose it, but how Amalek is going about it, they're actually antagonizing Jake to make them sell their properties. And they're telling them, well, if you don't sell us your property, if you don't bring the property down so we can buy it from you, we'll buy this property over here, and we're gonna make sure drug dealers and pedophiles and stuff go up in that, so you can have, basically your neighbors are gonna be pimps and pedophiles, and we're gonna fuck your neighborhood up if you don't.
Esau do that all the time. They commit crimes, but have a area with a high crime rate. They pay people to go in there and do all kind of shit, bring the property value down. Well, we ain't. People will say, "Well, shit, I got kids. I don't want to live in this neighborhood no more." Move out. Esau buys it for dirt cheap.
And they build it back up when you can't move back.
Yeah. So you can see all this animosity and frustration in Jake. And this is basically the war of Jacob with Amalek. That war that the Lord spoke of going back to the Exodus. That's what you see happening. But see, the narrative is it's just black anti-Semitism.
Right.
They're the victims, and we're the aggressors. They're not going to tell you the inside scoop on the tensions that's been brewing between them.
Right.
You see?
That lady on the train brought that up too.
Yeah. So they got to go with the narrative of it's not only is it black anti-Semitism, but it's also being sparked by those Black Hebrew Israelites. So we need to check into these guys, and we need to investigate them, set up a task force. We've already been investigated since the Project Megiddo. You're just enforcing it, man. You're just putting more to it. So vocab, his job is to basically take exactly what Amalek is doing and to use that against us as well. He's going to push their narrative against us. Hey, what you Black Hebrew Israelites, it's what you're teaching, it's your ideology, it's your doctrine that's causing these people to commit these anti-Semitic attacks. It has nothing to do with us. But we see exactly what you're set up to do. You're pushing their agenda, their narrative, because you're with them. And they're using you. So hey, man,
You got it?
Yeah, that was good.
Revelation 12 and 9. Yeah. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointing. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Because also when you go into the account, Haman trying to persecute us, talking about the Israelites, you see how Queen Esther, how she yiked them, man. She basically set up the feast and said that she wanted to bring Haman, and she invited Haman and Xerxes to be there, and was it Mordecai? Yeah, Mordecai, and she basically let him know that, hey, it's a man that's basically trying to kill my nation, and that means hey, that I'm gonna be a part of it too. That means I'm gonna be persecuted and die too.
Yep.
And Xerxes said who? He basically said who is it? Like who's doing this? And she told him, man, it's Haman. And Haman tried to basically go talk to after it was over. Haman tried to go to her and into her room or whatever and talk to her. And that's when Xerxes seen her. And he was like, wait, so you trying to touch my woman too? And what happened? Hey, Haman got hung on the same gallows in which he was trying to put us on, man.
Yep.
You know, just showing you that the Lord was what the Lord establishes is not going to be broken, man. You know, I got a good proof for that too. This is Acts 5 and 38, and it reads, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if
you ain't gotta try to overthrow it, vocab. If it was weak, it would crumble on its own. But I was about to say it there.
But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it.
But if it be of the Most High, you can't. Why are you even gonna try to fight against this thing? You know why? You're only gonna get yourself jacked up.
Least happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
You know, our Hebrew Israelite version of Ice Cube, you know, inside joke, but you know, the brother was like, hey man, your arms are too short to box with God. You know, and that's an Ice Cube quote, just for joke's sake. But, you know, anyway, yeah, it's the truth though. You can't box with the Most High, man. He got the knockout blow waiting on you. Alright?
I got another. This is Psalms 127 and 1. Except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. Hey, but this isn't in vain, man. Hey, because the Lord built this up, man. We out here because the Lord, and we were compelled by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai to be on the highways and hedges. And like the apostles always say, man, it's in us, man. If it wasn't in us, we wouldn't be doing it. You know?
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
You got your beautiful brothers? No, I got something real quick. Just try a quick point in. In between, I'm gonna hit it real quick, but I don't know if y'all looking for something. This is Jeremiah 1 and 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. I read that because it shows you we didn't come up with this. The Most High built us to be this way. He created us from before the womb. He sanctified us from before the womb that we would grow up and be a part of this temple that was being built. Okay, so he built this thing. That's why you're not going to be able to overthrow it. No matter how many heads you chop off, no matter how many people you take captive and throw them in the prison houses or whatever. No matter what you do, you're not going to overthrow the word of the Heavenly Father.
2 Corinthians 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. That's plain, man. I'll read it again. Second Corinthians 13 and 8. For we could do nothing against the truth before the truth.
Yeah, exactly. And that's anybody. So everything that you're doing is just bringing publicity to the black Hebrew Israelites. And eventually, they're going to click on the Hebrew Israelites. And then those few fish that's meant to come into this thing that we might be waiting for left is going to catch it, man. When it hits NBC, ABC, or CBS or whatever, or those major corporate news stations. You're just only going to bring those few fish to the flock, man. It's going to fulfill it all, but then the whole world is going to know what's going on, and then the prophecy will fully be fulfilled as it would be, as it was written.
And things are speeding up, by the way, man. Well, as you devils are thinking about what you're getting ready to do and try to stop this thing, the Lord is speeding up the process of the prophecies, man. It tells you in Matthew how the Lord shall shorten the days for the elect's sake. So, hey, the day of the Lord is hastened greatly, man. Like the brother just brought up at the start of camp, how you got the tension building up over in Virginia right now, to where you even have the the National Aviation Administration declaring a national
State of emergency.
it's like a national airspace emergency or it's something to that effect.
But the governor
They don't want
did
nothing
did
fly
declare a
over.
state of emergency also.
That too.
But so you can't fly over
Yeah.
Yeah. So
without going into national airspace.
So I mean, what that's saying is, while you're thinking that you about to, go according to your plans, everything falls under the will of the Most High. Your plans can't override what the Most High got in stores for you. So the Lord's getting ready to cause dissension. You got to worry about even your own being divided up against each other. You worrying about us? You got some gun-toting Edomites that's ready to storm the Capitol.
I read this article really quick. Because this wasn't reported when it occurred. This happened in November 26th. But the RT reported because the White House was placed on lockdown on November 26th. The White House, Capitol Hill. This from the RT. It says the White House was placed on lockdown and Capitol Hill evacuated as U.S. Air Force jets scrambled to intercept an unresponsive aircraft in the D.C. area.